Authorities in Sheridan County are investigating a Wednesday afternoon shooting in Rushville. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, the Sheridan County Sheriff's Department is investigating a shooting that took place at Sheridan County Livestock in Rushville. A 44-year-old South Dakota man is being charged with attempted first-degree murder following a shooting yesterday at the Rushville sale barn. Gilbert Grooms is accused of taking a shotgun and firing at 35-year-old Charles Winters of Martin, South Dakota, following a verbal altercation. Winters was struck in the midsection and airlifted to Regional West with what are believed to be non-life-threatening injuries. Grooms was arrested by the Sheridan County Sheriff's Office and is facing charges of attempted first-degree murder, first-degree assault, use of a weapon to commit a felony, and terroristic threats. Well, the Alliance Police Department has entered a partnership with an online company to advance community relations with a streamlined survey system. Know Your Force aims to help law enforcement and communities bridge the gap in communication by providing real-time feedback for officials. Alliance Police Chief Phil Lukens tells KNEB News during any given encounter, a business card specifically tied to each officer will be provided.
People can, scan a QR code, look up on the internet, fill out a quick survey that only takes them a few seconds. We get real-time feedback how our officers are doing on calls, how are our dispatchers handling the call when they call in. And then we know what type of changes we need to make within the police department.
Lucan says over the past few years, the Alliance Department has maintained a solid relationship with the public, but previous feedback has been intermittent. He says the new on-the-spot system enables the department to access and evaluate citizen comments more quickly to help build trust and improve transparency. We'll have more news right after this.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether it is building, buying, or renovating, we have the home loan or home equity line of credit to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Platte Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back. The Torrington Police Department is investigating a rash of car break-ins that occurred in the early morning hours of Wednesday. Chief Matt Johnson says officers identified at least a dozen vehicles that were unlawfully entered on Rio Vista Road, West C Street, West D Street, and East A Street. All of the vehicles that were entered were unlocked with no sign of forced entry. Chief Johnson reminds residents to lock their vehicles and keep valuables out of sight. Now, if anyone in those areas has home surveillance systems, they are asked to review footage from between 1 and 4 a.m. and contact police if they see anything unusual. Well, the numbers are in for day one registration for the Leeds Scottsville Public Library Summer Reading Program, and they blew last year's numbers out of the water. Children's librarian Deb Carlson says on Tuesday they registered 1,408 kids for this year's Summer Reading Program, compared to exactly 1,000 back in 2021. Events continue next week with Whales of Fun with juggler Sam Malcolm on Tuesday at 10 a.m. and a movie matinee and Under the Sea Crafts on Thursday at 2 p.m. And abortion rights opponents are inching closer to a filibuster-proof supermajority in the Nebraska legislature that would let them outlaw abortion if the U.S. Supreme Court overturns its landmark legalization ruling, as it appears poised to do so. Nebraska lawmakers were 2 votes short this year on a bill that would have automatically banned abortions if the court gives state that power. But this week, Governor Pete Ricketts appointed a new state senator, Kathleen Kalf, to fill the seat of the late Senator Rich Pauls, who died in April. Pauls opposed abortion and would have voted for the ban, but he was absent during the vote because of health problems. Kalf said she'd support a ban, giving supporters another vote. Well, still to come, it's West Nebraska All-Star Week, meaning some of the area's best athletes will be competing this weekend. Chris Cottrell will have that story from the sports desk in just a little bit.
We all have hard days at work. This is what champion bullfighter Dusty Tuckness does for a living. Now this is a tough day at work. When Dusty comes home, he likes things quiet. Windows and patio doors from Renewal by Anderson not only make things quiet, they cut your energy bills and add to the value of your home. No matter what you do for a living, Renewal by Anderson windows and patio doors, because coming home should always feel this good.
Morrill County Community Hospital and the behavioral health providers are here to help. Amber Dean specializes in mental health care, which includes medication and therapy across a person's lifespan. Melody Lacey helps people deal with a wide range of behavioral problems, from depression and anxiety to child psychiatry. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time. At Morrill County Community Hospital, Bridgeport, Nebraska. Exceptional care right here at home.
Now, sports from the FNBO Sports Desk. FNBO, the great big small bank.
This is the West Nebraska All-Star Volleyball and Football Preview Update here today on the TV side. The showcase games in Scottsbluff are just a couple of days away, and all the athletes are in town with preparations and practices underway. The football players arrived on Tuesday, and it was time to catch up with coaches and players at Bearcat Stadium. Leading the West squad is Ogallala head coach Brent Bauer.
We make a big deal of the Western All-Star Game at Ogallala. We've been fortunate to have some players and coaches in this thing almost, I think, about every year. It's just an opportunity to honor Western Nebraska high school football. And like we just said, that line sometimes gets a little bit further east, but when you get an opportunity to represent not only Western Nebraska, but the west side of the Western Nebraska team, it's a huge honor. And I think Western Nebraska football, it's kind of cherished throughout the state. The towns out here love it. Scottsbluff does a great job hosting this game, and it's just an awesome week to be a part of.
Now some of the West players. Scottsbluff's Tyrone Shanks gets one last opportunity to suit up and play on his home field.
Throughout the week, I'm definitely going to try and accomplish to meet new people. You know, there's a lot of people from different schools here. I can't wait to meet some of these guys, and then on Saturday, I just can't wait to tear it up one last time on the field.
Want to make sure we recognize an all-star who's not going to be able to play this week. Morrill's Gavin Dunkel has a foot injury. He missed all-star basketball, won't be able to play on Saturday as well, but he's glad to be recognized with the selection.
It's extremely big, you know. My brother played in the East-West football game. My sister played in the Panhandle game. And for me to play both, that's really big for me.
And one more from the West team. It's Baird's Ben Sauer, who says this is a great opportunity for him and some of the smaller school guys to show what they can do.
Just prove myself that I can play with these guys from playing 8-man football all my life and get a shot at 11-man again.
Let's head over now to the east sideline. The boys in blue on Saturday night. The head coach is Broken Bow's Carly Wells, who tells us what to expect from their team on game night.
You'll probably see double tight, power football. That's what we like to do. That's what I like to do. So we try to pick kids that fit that system, and hopefully we can put it together and play well.
East players Hunter Stewart of Lexington and Nolan Watovic of Kozad both looking forward to playing for the school in their respective communities one more time.
I mean, I kind of dedicated everything my whole life to Lexington athletic sports throughout my 4 years of high school, so to be able to go out like this is really nice.
Yeah, just Kozad did a lot for me, and just happy out here to be able to represent them and play hard for them.
The football game will kick off at 7 o'clock at Scottsbluff's Bearcats Stadium on Saturday night. Now for the volleyball match, that'll be earlier in the afternoon at WNCC's Cougar Palace. That'll start at 2 o'clock Mountain Time. The West head coach this week is April Lambert. She's from Chase County High School.
It's a huge privilege just to have all these amazing, not only athletes, but amazing young women here in the same gym, and just get to lead them and just get to work with them, help them become part of a team. They're just great girls to work with.
Was able to catch a few West players right after their first practice up at the college on Wednesday, including Shadron's J.C. Garrett and Ava Stagel from Alliance.
Yeah, so we've always competed against each other, and it's a great opportunity to play against people who have been my rivals. It's fun.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to be a lot more prepared than the basketball was. Just learning everybody's names a little bit better and kind of working more on like our offense and defense for volleyball it'll be a lot easier to have a lot of that time.
We'll have coverage on the Rural Radio Network on KNEB.TV, on the Scottsbluff Strive channel and Allo Channel 15 here locally. Radio coverage on 106.9 The Trail and 880 KRVN for both games coming up on Saturday. That's the latest today from right here at the FNBO Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell.
The 5055E from John Deere features the value of choice with a cab or open station, two-wheel drive or mechanical front-wheel drive, and transmission options. In addition to easy-to-use controls and loader compatibility, all of this is backed with a 5-year powertrain warranty. The only thing easier than owning a 5E is operating one. See your John Deere dealer for details.
Visit 21st Century Equipment with locations in Scottsbluff, Torrington, Bridgeport, and Alliance. Developing solutions, delivering success.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. The Community Calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. First State Bank is now Riverstone Bank. Community strong with the same people you know and trust.
High Plains Auto Club presents the 23rd Annual Father's Day Rock and Roll Classic. Friday, June 17th. Registration begins at 2 p.m. at the Gearing Civic Center with a welcome barbecue, cruise for cash, and ice cream social. Saturday, June 18th, parade at 9 a.m., show and shine from 10 to 4, and awards banquet. To enter, go to highplainsautoclub.com or call 308-765-2418. This event is sponsored by Dairy Queen, Dooley Oil, and KNEB Rural Radio Network.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether you are just starting the business you have always imagined or looking to grow your existing one, we have a business loan to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Platte Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And finally tonight, a summer of free music covering a wide variety of genres kicks off tonight in downtown Scottsbluff. Every Thursday from now until July 28th, the stage in the 18th Street Plaza will feature multiple bands filling the warm air with sweet melodic sounds. Tonight, the Velicors, Donnie O and the Troublemakers, and All We Seem will be taking the stage. City of Scottsbluff Small Business Outreach Coordinator Sharia Toof explains why you should head on out.
People need to come out to Bands on Broadway because it's a great time for the whole family to come down and just spend some great time with one another and listen to some great live music, have some great local food, and have a great time.
Bands on Broadway will run from 6 to 9, and there will be food trucks and adult beverages for purchase as well. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.